Hi neighbors, my name is Hannah. Welcome back to my channel, Pretty Hippie Me, and welcome back to Pretty Hippie Christmas. How are you doing this December? We're about halfway through. Here in Connecticut, we had our first snow of Christmas. But does it really matter when you don't know what to get your uncle for a Christmas present? The temperature is dropping. I'm going to go to New York City with my sister and my boyfriend for a fun little day on Saturday. But what's the point when your really picky Nana has not let on even a hint of what she would like to receive? And you know that she's going to be bitter about it if it's wrong. Never fear, oh neighbors, Christmas Hannah is here to give you what I think is some pretty good, reliable Christmas gift ideas that pretty much no matter who you're still kind of looking for a present for, don't really know what to get them, this should work. Although definitely let me know your suggestions in the comments below. That'll be a good resource for people watching this video and for me, because, I've got some relatives. It's a time. Okay, my first gift suggestion, and this is something that my boyfriend and I got for Christmas from his mom, I think 2 Christmases ago? Yeah, Christmas of 2019 with the plan to use it in 2020, and then a pandemic happened, but it would have been a really good idea if there was no pandemic. So, basically it was a movie ticket to any movie at Regal Cinemas. That's like the cinema around us in our area. Did I just say cinema? It's a movie theater. So it's like this universal ticket. So you're not buying somebody a ticket to one particular movie that maybe they won't like, or maybe something better is going to come out later in the year that they would like more. You're getting them something that will last, and they can choose the movie that the ticket is for, but you're giving them the gift of a night out, and the ticket covers like half the cost of going to the movie because popcorn is very expensive. So you're still at least helping with the financial part of it that way too. I thought that was a really cool idea. We didn't end up using it because of the pandemic, but I thought that was like one of the smartest Christmas presents I've gotten in a long time. So I definitely wanted to share. Next up, there's nobody in this world who couldn't benefit from a nice new blanket. I have 2 different versions of this gift that I think are good for just about anybody. One, a really big, heavy blanket that will definitely keep them warm. Because especially these days, December is just the beginning of winter. And the bigger, more comfy, cozy, warm-keeping kind of blanket you can get somebody, I think the more receptive they will be to it. And it'll feel a little less generic. Especially if you're somebody like me who's tall and plus-sized, and some of these little dumb throw blankets just don't cover a girl, okay? Get me a big old weighted blanket. I would love a weighted blanket. There's nothing I want more in this world sometimes than a heavy weighted blanket. It makes me feel so much more warm, but also there's that whole calming effect with it being weighted. So if you want to spring for a weighted blanket, I think that's a good idea too. The other version of this, if you can find it, is a blanket that's related to a niche that somebody really likes. You can definitely find these for kids, but you can also special order them from other websites online and stuff. But basically just a blanket that has a print of their favorite movie, their favorite book, their favorite video game, something related to a niche of theirs that they enjoy. Maybe you're like, I don't know what they have related to Zelda, but you know what I bet they don't have? A blanket. I think that kind of stuff is always cool. I love presents like that because it's considerate in that it's personal because I know that you enjoy this thing, but also it's still very practical and something that they're definitely going to use without being a graphic tee. So anyway, yeah, blankets, crowd pleaser, when in doubt, blanket. Next, I think that something really just simple and easy, but that people don't always necessarily think about, a good portable wireless charger. And it's just one of those things that I always look at it and I'm like, oh, that's really handy, I should get that. And I immediately forget about it. And I know that my life would be a lot easier if I had something like that. So think of stuff like that makes life easier for your person. Even if it's something simple like that maybe they haven't requested, that's absolutely something in this day and age that could help people out. I also highly recommend Gold Bond hand cream. It saved my skin, quite literally. Earlier this year, I was working as a health screener, and I'm at the same place that I'm working now, the same healthcare facility, but I've since moved to reception since we stopped doing daily screenings for employees. But when I was doing that, I needed to hand sanitize in between every single person that I took their temperature, and God did it ruin my skin for the first day, because the second day I brought my Gold Bond hand cream. It helped me survive 6 months of hand sanitizing and washing my hands about once every 5 minutes throughout the day. It is the real deal, and it's not even that expensive. I don't know, people are like, oh, it's a little pricey. And I'm like, you know what else is pricey? Having no hands, because they've chipped away because of the nasty, constant hand sanitizing. It's they have these little bottles that range between $4 to $6, but they last a good month at least. I'd say they're a month, that little bottle. So it's a great stocking stuffer, but also, honestly, it's meant with love. It's a good gift. And another gift that's similar to that, Burt's Bees Ultra Conditioning Lip Balm. I have not ever had a lip balm that is nearly as effective as this one. And I have chronically bad dry lips, but my lips can be in the worst condition, cracked and flaky and disgusting, and I put on some ultra conditioning lip balm, and within an hour they feel replenished, smooth, revitalized. It's a miracle worker, this lip balm. Nobody is too good for lip balm. I think that the Burt's Bees lip balm and the Gold Bond hand cream are a lifesaver through the winter, and I highly recommend both of them for anybody on any list. I'll also recommend, kind of in this vein of self-care, getting somebody a gift card for a massage or a manicure or a pedicure or even a haircut, something in that vein of something that they can go do and get pampered for a little while. That's not a physical object that you have to give them that has to be very niche specific to their interests. It's not something that is going to add clutter to their life, but what it is going to give them is a positive, relaxing experience, something they can go and do for themselves, and it shows you care about them. It's me saying to you as a friend, I want you to take some time for you. That type of gift card is one of my favorite things to receive for Christmas. I'll also say, don't underestimate the value of homemade stuff. Time is money. If you're spending a lot of time on something for me, you've obviously put a lot of care, you've baked me some cookies, you've knitted me a scarf or a hat or something. You've very clearly took a lot of time out of your day. It doesn't matter to me how expensive the materials are, as long as you put some thought into what I like and you make it personalized to me in some way, so that I know that this is the type of scarf you would only give to me and not to my boyfriend or my sister or my classmate or whatever. You can knit somebody something. You can make them a pillow. Nobody hates a pillow. Bake them something. Whittle them some kind of cool carving. I don't know, whatever you guys are into out there in the world. You're all very creative in the neighborhood. These gifts are not about cost, but they're about the amount of time and effort and care and love that you put into it. And the only type of person who wouldn't be open and receptive and positive toward that is somebody like a Michael Scott, and nobody wants to be a Michael Scott, right? Don't be Michael Scott this Christmas. Okay, I've just got a few more left. Next, I think that getting somebody a fire extinguisher is one of the coolest things you could do. And again, universal. You could get that for your uncle or for your cousin or for your niece or whoever. But I think that having those in-home safety devices are so helpful. And again, it's a sign that you care about them. Niches are nice and toys are nice and clothes and makeup and fun things are nice. But it's really nice if there's a fire and you have a fire extinguisher because your friend gave you a fire extinguisher for Christmas. That is the best gift of all. Similarly, there are these little kits you can get that are for if you happen to drive into a lake by accident, you get into an accident, whatever, you end up in a car in a lake. You can get these kits that are it's a window breaker and seatbelt cutter, okay? Safety first. This stuff matters. It counts as gifts because do you have a fire extinguisher? Have you thought about that? Do you have a seatbelt cutter / window breaker? Do you know what you're gonna do if you find yourself in a car in the lake or in a house that's on fire? I bet it would be helpful to have those things. That's what I'm saying. And it's a way you can show somebody that you care. Like, I want you to live. You're thinking outside the box for their safety. I think that that's nice. Speaking of cars, you can get somebody a gift card for like a really fancy car wash. Like a $50, $60 fancy car wash where they do the inside of the car, detail it, vacuum it out, make it all shiny and polished, as well as the outside of the car. Because again, that's the type of thing that nobody wants to do it themselves. Nobody has the time to do it themselves. Not everybody has one of these like car vacuum cleaners that you can go take out there. That's not how you want to spend your time on a Saturday. Give somebody a gift of time that they don't have to spend doing chores. Finally, I also want to leave you with some gifts not to get people, okay? Because no matter what, I think these are gifts that are not good for people. One is a pet that they did not expect. You're not giving them a fun little toy. You're giving them a multiple year commitment and responsibility. If they're not asking for a pet for Christmas, if they're not like, oh boy, there's nothing I'd love more in the world than another kitten, and I have their litter box ready to go, I have their food all figured out, I have, everything all set to go, all I just need is the kitten. If that's not coming out of their mouth, don't get them a kitten. Don't get them I know they're cute. Don't fall into the temptation. Don't get them a living being that they didn't ask for and don't need. And finally, do not give somebody your MLM products and accompany that with a pitch, they don't want to join your team, hun. MLMs are pyramid schemes. All the money moves up to the top, you pay to play, and you don't make your money back unless you're part of the top 2% of an MLM. And even then, it's really hard to make the magical living that they sell you in these MLM recruitment seminars and conferences and videos on YouTube and whatever. Don't do it. You maybe have decided to join an MLM and waste your money and whatever, but it's not a gift to recruit your friends and family to pay you hundreds of dollars for their starter kit to join an MLM that is going to just waste them a bunch of money and time. Don't. So anyways, that's Christmas. Those are my Christmas present recommendations, especially we're getting close to the day. Christmas is not that far away. I want to make sure you're set. Hopefully some of these will help you with your gifting for that uncle or niece or somebody that you don't know super well, but you want them to know that they are loved. I think that's what these types of gifts are. But let me know your recommendations for sure in the comments below. Like I said, I think it'll be a good resource for people looking for Christmas gifts. Any of those good, universal Christmas presents, I want to hear about them, and I'm sure others do. So let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there commenting, of course, I do hope that you like this video and subscribe to my channel and set your notifications to all so you can keep in touch with everything going on here in the neighborhood. And right now during Pretty Hippie Christmas, there's a lot going on. It's a good time. So I hope you stick around and join us. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you and your time and the fact that you are spending your time here with me. So much love, and I hope that you're having a great December, and I hope that this video was helpful. Bye.